Welcome back to Daybreak Live on a Tuesday morning, the 12th day of July, 25 minutes before the hour. We're joined by Gary Rivers, announced a month or so ago as youth principal at Sylacauga High School. Gary, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm well. Hope you are as well this
Yes,
morning.
sir.
And you didn't have to go very far, just a few blocks from Nichols Lawson down to the high school. How did that develop?
Yes, sir. It's I tell folks I guess it's kind of come full circle. I started at Sylacauga High School in 2000. This will be my 23rd year in education in Sylacauga. Like I said, I started at Sylacauga High School as a special education teacher there, and Ms. Gail Jones hired me there and took a chance on me, and Mr. Hush and Mr. Porch were there in place at the time and had
That's
the
been
opportunity.
a few years ago.
Yeah, it's been quite a while, and from there I moved to had the opportunity to go to Nichols Lawson and work with Mr. Douglas for 6 years as his assistant principal, and had the opportunity to learn from him some great things and some good strategies, and kind of worked under his tutelage there, and then moved from there to had the opportunity when Mr. Dees retired to go to Pinecrest and spent 6 years there after being at Nichols Lawson for 6 years. And then back to Nichols Lawson, and spent another 6 years there. Enjoyed my time there also, and then asked to go to the high school, and so here we are back at Sylacauga High School. Things have changed quite a bit since then, but looking forward to the challenges and excited about the challenges that lie ahead. So,
talk about some of the differences, Gary, in Nichols Lawson with the kids of that age and moving over to the high school again.
Yeah, I guess they're just a little bigger, and they, of course, there's quite a few more challenges, I guess you'd say. But in terms of the excellence in the education of Sylacauga High School, it's where we have so many. It's so much more to encompass in terms of the way the related arts and the academics. There's just more. It's more expansive. The stakes are higher in that sense with the college and ACT and everything that goes along with it as far as testing and that kind of thing. So, talk
about your time before we get to the high school. Talk about your latest tenure at Nichols Lawson.
Yes, sir. We had, of course, I was there for 6 years. We did see the school grow quite a bit academically, and and also athletically under the tutelage of Coach Wilkinson there, working as our assistant athletic director. And as you know, he's moved to the high school with me to be the high school athletic director. We're looking forward to his leadership there also. And but Nichols Lawson is those are those transition years for the kids. They call them the wonder years. But the kids did real well.
Talk about, Gary, the administrative support staff, the administration team that you have in place at the high school.
Yes, sir. We now have, of course, Mr. Lewis, who's been there for quite a while, so we'll be able to lean on him on some things, and then Miss Rhonda Corson, who taught with me at Nichols Lawson for several years there. And she brings a wealth of knowledge there. She was always on our leadership team, always showed a lot of initiative, and she does a really good job. She's really adept in English language arts and other core subject areas also, and just the presence that she has and the work that she's done there and at Oxford High School. That's going to bring a lot to the table for us.
Any business or whatever it may be needs a great support staff that you're comfortable with, and you're comfortable with this support staff team, administrative team.
Yes, sir. And of course, this team is going to we're going to do great things at Sylacauga High School. I look forward to seeing how also the team at Nichols Lawson now they're trying to finalize that team. Mr. Littleton, who worked as my assistant at Nichols Lawson, he'll be the principal. He is the principal there now, and then Miss Bruno, who worked with me at Nichols Lawson, is the principal at Indian Valley. So that whole team, the whole cohesiveness of it has been great so far, and we look forward to growing that. But we all know where you win is with the teachers, and so the best teachers that you have. You want to have the best teachers in place. That's where we get the most bang for our buck. So our teachers are are the ones that we work to make sure that they're ready to go, make sure that they have the strategies and they have the support that they need to do what they need to do in the classroom to help our students.
What about some of the expectations for the new school year, which is coming up real soon?
Yes, sir. We do have high expectations. We expect excellence in all that we do academically and athletically, and in the fine arts, and of course in all of our career tech education. And we have a new career tech person that's there with us, our workforce development, Ms. Goodwine, and she comes to us highly recommended and has had a vast experience in that field. And so we look forward to seeing what she has to offer also. But we, as far as our expectations with students, what we expect, we want to graduate students that are well-rounded, with full cup type students. We want them to, of course, they have to be, we want to be well educated, and we feel like the programs that we have in place are second to none. And we also want them to be well behaved, and we have to hold them accountable for that. They have to know that there are boundaries that we have in place there. And then to be well adjusted, and that's why we have our counselors and our mental health person that works with us, and the way we team with SAFE and our local mental health agency and everything with Alta Point. So it's a little different now. It seems like when we came through COVID, we see that kids are going through more challenges and not as adjusted as they seem to have been in the years past. So we need those supports to have in place.
There's been so much conversation, and it's proven true that education has fallen behind a little bit because of COVID. We dealt with that for nearly 3 years.
Yes, sir. And we're kind of coming out of that, and it was quite an adjustment last year because of the 2 years prior that kids were at home and that kind of thing, and kind of worked through those modules and that kind of thing, and working with teachers online was difficult. But now that we've got them back and we've made that adjustment, we feel like this year is going to be a great year for
as
all.
far as a high school is concerned, for parents and grandparents that are watching that are been vacationing and coming out of the 4th of July holiday and having some fun with their kids, when does school actually start?
Well, it'll start August the 4th is the day that the teachers will come back, and then the following week there we'll get the students back in year 2.
Well, it's upon us, isn't it?
Yes, sir. That's right. That's right.
Of course, everybody in this area, we're football savvy. We love football and love other sports as well. What about the expectation for the athletic teams and sports at Sylacauga High School?
Yes, sir. We're looking forward to a great football season. We've got Coach Carter, of course, at the helm there, and he's got several great assistants, many that have been with us and for quite some time. And we'll of course have that first game will be against our jamboree type game will be against BB Comer. I know the city's looking forward to that. That'll be fun.
No doubt about it. Always changes. Talk about some of the changes students and parents need to be aware of for this new school year.
Yes, sir. We'll have there will be some changes, in terms of our schedule has made some changes, and we're still trying to work out the kinks in that. And so we think that the students and parents will all be pleased with the changes there. And so one of the things that I think that the students may need, they will need to know that may not be a change that they're excited about, is with cell phones. Now, we feel like cell phones have their place, and as of like we do at Nichols Lawson, we have the students put their cell phones in their lockers, and we don't have those out during the school day. We feel like that's a distraction, and that's something that we'll be moving to at the high school also. And so I know that's one change.
So no cell phones in the classrooms, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Right. So we'll be working with that. We feel like we can give we can move forward with our classes and education better that way.
What about other changes?
Other changes, a lot of the things are just, we've had some changes with some staff members, a few here and there, but other than that, we'll be, school as normal as usual.
Lunch in the lunchroom?
Right, that's right, yes, sir.
Yeah.
And yeah, good.
I mean, little things can throw students off as well as teachers. And speaking of teachers, You got a great staff at Sylacauga High School.
Yes, sir. They are. We're proud of our teachers. We're proud of not just our core academic teachers that do a great job, and the way they partner together, and some of the programs that we work with SREB, our Southern Regional Educational Board, and the way we align vertically, not with just the 9th through 12th, but also with the middle school. And that's paid dividends with us for the last several years in math, and now with the way we're doing that with English language arts with them when they're professional learning communities where they come together and work and try to help each other, looking at those what we call big rocks, or those standards, the critical standards, and making sure that each grade level is teaching those critical standards to fidelity as they move forward, and that way the students will be able to continue to be successful.
Gary Rivers, new principal at Sylacauga High School, a veteran in education, with us for a couple of more minutes. And one thing I did want to touch on this morning is student safety and staff safety. Talk about that a little bit.
Yes, sir. School safety is paramount, and that's one thing that we've done well over the years at Nichols Lawson. We've had the opportunity to have on 3 different occasions to win the Safe School Award, and that's because of the way that the teachers work to ascertain that they make sure they have those 3 levels of protection. From the making sure that the doors stay closed and locked down. And then the classrooms are locked down, and then making sure that we do the drills and we understand the importance of doing those things, and having an SRO in place that helps us with those things, and just being vigilant and making sure we are where we're supposed to be. And that goes down to how we monitor in the halls, how our students transition in the halls, to making sure they're monitoring the bathrooms, monitoring all aspects of the school and all areas in the school.
Gary Rivers, principal at Sylacauga High School. School starting early next month, and won't be but a few weeks away now. Before we go this morning, take a look right there and talk to the parents and grandparents of Gary Rivers. What can they expect from Gary at the high school?
You can expect that we will ascertain that our kids are well educated. We'll make sure that they're learning all of the standards that they need to learn, and we will give them the extra help that they need. And we'll make sure also know that they are boundaries that they will be held to, and they will be held accountable. And those of you that know me know that that's how we operate, but we do it with love, and we do it with relationship building, and we know that rules without relationships can sometimes end in rebellion, and so we don't do it that way. We discipline with love, and want you to know that we will be taking care of your students, your children, and we thank God for all that you do.
I got to ask you before we let you go about your son's boxing career. How's that going?
It's going well. He continues to train. We haven't had a lot of matches as of late, but we hope to. We'll be able to. In December, we'll be able to do the U.S. Nationals, and looking forward to how that'll work out.
It won't be long. He'll be able to take you.
That's right. It won't be.
Gary, thanks for joining us this morning. Gary Rivers, the new principal at Sylacauga High School. He's been in education a long time, and look forward to working with Mr. Rivers as principal at Sylacauga High School. Gary, thanks for coming this morning.
Thank you. Yes,
More Daybreak coming up right after this.